You're watching WKYT News at noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues. We're approaching 12:30 here on WKYT, and a warning today from Kentucky law enforcement. They say that scams where the crooks pretend to be officials are on the rise.
They want you to know the signs so you don't fall victim. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain shows us what you need to watch for in our top story at 12:30.
Today, county sheriffs, along with Attorney General Andy Beshear, want to warn you that Kentuckians are being targeted by phone scammers.
My office has issued a scam alert every single week that I've been in office.
Beshear passionately spoke about the rise in scam artists pretending to be sheriff deputies. These scammers call and tell their victims they need to resolve a federal warrant that has been issued against them for money. In Fayette County, Sheriff Kathy Witt said scammers are calling people telling them they've missed jury duty and they can pay a fine over the phone. Beshear said numerous Franklin County residents have also been receiving calls. Franklin County Sheriff Pat Milton enforced the importance of making sure seniors are aware of these scams.
They are very aggressive. They use threatening and they try to intimidate older people especially.
Oh, I want to send the message, and I know all these sheriffs do too, that you do not prey on our most vulnerable in Kentucky. I will tell you from my end and my involvement, we will charge them with absolutely everything we can.
Officials want you to know that law enforcement will never contact you by phone to ask for money. In Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you. And Beshear says if you receive a call from a sheriff's office asking for money, hang up and report it to your local sheriff. Well, we're getting somewhat of a break today from the snowflakes.
That won't last long, though, because we have more snow on the way, it looks like, for tomorrow and certainly by the end of the weekend. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is here with an early check on that forecast. Micah?
Yeah, we're still dealing with that mixture of sun and clouds this afternoon. Don't expect anything to really stick, or when I say stick, any accumulation out of this. It's just a pretty decent looking day. Doesn't feel decent, though. Temperatures are there in the 20s. A couple of 30s showing up down in southern Kentucky. Getting a nice little warm nose poking its head on in here. I call it warm nose just because we've been extremely cold the past few days. Look, a break from the action today. Then we hit tomorrow, and the snow just moves right in. There could be some issues tomorrow morning there for some of those schools getting going, and also you heading off to work. That's something we're really going to focus in on the full forecast. Another thing is we're going to be eyeing that system driving its way in here late Sunday off into Monday. Now, the effects out of this, really the big issues come Monday and Tuesday, which Monday kids are out of school, President's Day, but Tuesday we're going to be looking for another shot of kids being out of school. I mean, there's a lot going into this, and we'll really start to see the confidence build in our forecast the next couple of days. But I'm going to show you what I'm leaning toward. I just looked at new data off the internet, and I'm going to show you what I'm leaning toward in my forecast coming up.
Hey, we'll see shortly. Thank you. And we're tracking the search for two armed men who robbed an auto parts store earlier today. Lexington police say the men walked into Bluegrass Auto Parts on East 7th Street this morning and demanded money. The pair then apparently threatened the employees who were on duty before getting away with cash. Firefighters found a man's body in a burning home early this morning. It happened about 6 a.m. on East Highway 77 in the Burning Springs community of Clay County. When firefighters arrived, a man told them that his father didn't make it out. The coroner has identified the victim as 79-year-old Delmer Chester Edwards. State police say no foul play is suspected.
We've learned the name of a man killed in a motor scooter crash. The Clark County coroner identified the man as 52-year-old Ronald Ritchie of Winchester. The crash happened around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at Rockwell Road at Kurt Drive. Investigators say a pickup hit Ritchie's motor scooter head-on. Well, Kentucky's commercial vehicle enforcement officers want a raise.
And today they testified before a committee considering a bill to give them the same pay as state troopers. But as WKYT's Mark Barber shows us, this proposal comes as the state is dealing with budget issues. That story is new here at 12:30.
State police officers with the Division of Commercial Vehicle Enforcement are asking lawmakers to give their department an extra $1.7 million a year. They say that's needed to ensure that their 100 officers receive the same pay as state troopers. They're asking for a raise, saying equal work deserves equal pay. CVE officers primarily enforce laws regarding commercial vehicles on highways, but they also respond to criminal complaints. The department is concerned about morale and turnover because their officers start at $28,000 a year, whereas troopers start off making $38,000. It's an uphill battle because Governor Matt Bevin is trying to cut as much as he can from the budget to make up for a multi-billion-dollar pension shortfall. One lawmaker voted against House Bill 312 this morning, saying it presents just another budget difficulty. Despite the challenges, CVE officers are asking lawmakers to consider the raise because they put themselves in harm's way every day.
Any of these officers that make a traffic stop, they pull that vehicle over, that could be their last traffic stop.
The bill was approved by the Labor and Industry Committee today, so now it moves on to the Appropriations and Revenue Committee. If it is approved there, it will go on to the House for a vote. In Frankfort, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And federal funds would cover a third of the $1.7 million that have been requested for the raises.
National Transportation Safety Board investigators have arrived in New Jersey to inspect a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. It was damaged after sailing into the path of a dangerous storm over the weekend. As Don Champion shows us, passengers were relieved to return to part of a nightmare trip.
After a nightmare at sea, passengers of the Anthem of the Seas cruise ship are back on solid ground, sharing tales of a dream Caribbean vacation gone wrong.
The wind was coming through the doors. We thought it was going to break the glass. We slept on the sofa because we didn't think we was going to make it.
The 200,000-ton liner set sail for the Bahamas last weekend, but got caught in a major winter storm in the Atlantic. The vessel was battered by 30-foot waves and hurricane-force winds.
I was on deck 8 and I could see the water coming up to our balcony.
Dennis Marr was on the cruise with his family. They spent hours on lockdown in their rooms while the ship's captain navigated out of the storm.
My sisters and my brother were pretty distraught. My mom was okay. I mean, they opened up the minibar, so that was good for her.
Royal Caribbean officials say they're reviewing the company's storm avoidance policy to make sure an incident like this never happens again.
It should never happen. We've got to do better. We can't ask guests that are coming to us for a dream vacation to experience those kinds of conditions.
Some rattled passengers say they're done.
I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm just never going to cruise again.
The Coast Guard will inspect the ship before it heads out on its next voyage this weekend. Don Champion, CBS News, Bayonne, New Jersey.
And the passengers will get a full refund and a certificate for 50% off a future cruise. The Lexington Fire Department will soon have a new fire station. The city and developers closed on the new site yesterday. It will be located at Estrella Drive and Magnolia Springs Drive near the Masterson Station neighborhood. Late last year, a public safety study found Lexington needs several new stations, including one in the Masterson Station area. The city says plans for this station were in the works before that study became public.
Certainly a lot of growth out there in that end of town, no doubt about that. Well, it turns out that physical fitness is not only for your body, but also for your brain.
Also, new cases of dementia may be on the decline despite the fact that people are living longer. That's coming up in Better Living on WKYT.
Roses are red, violets are blue, but there are a lot cooler things he could give to you. Today, fresh Valentine's gifts you didn't even know to ask for.
I don't want a thoughtful little flower. I want rocks.
Plus, Courtney B. Vance, the top live on CBS.
And this foolish crusade will be acquitted of all charges.
And what about my team?
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. New hit series tonight at 8, 7 Central.
These little chickies and little doggies are small, but they're intense.
Oh, yeah, small but intense, like my niece Hannah.
Oh, yeah. And you take karate?
Yeah, she does. Show them how intense you are, Hannah.
Yeah! Ah!
Oh, my God. Hey!
Yes. Now finish him. Bow to her, Peter.
I'm gonna bow to it.
Bow to her, Peter.
Big flavor in a little package. New little chickies and little doggies. And grab a burrito and drink for $3 delivered in 2 minutes, guaranteed. This is how you Sonic.
Everyone wants to be energy smart, but sometimes we need a little reminder. With Simple Saver, you save energy and the environment, and you earn energy bill credits. So take the hint. Just call or sign up online, and we'll do all the work. Simple Saver, because being energy smart pays. Clark Energy and Fleming Mason Energy, your Touchstone Energy cooperatives.
Dear Jack, you know that I'm crazy for you, but I dare you to surprise me and melt my heart. Love, Sarah.
Write your love story with great ideas from Kroger. From your first love to the love that lasts forever, you'll find a way to melt their hearts. Give love with a little help from Kroger.
USDA Choice boneless shoulder roast is $3.49 a pound, and asparagus is $1.99 a pound at Kroger.
It's bold. It's exciting. It's groundbreaking. Toyota is the President's Weekend event. Now through Tuesday, get $500 President's Weekend bonus cash on any new 2016 RAV4. Use it to get 0% plus $500. Or use it to lease this RAV4 for just $199 a month. Don't miss the President's Weekend event. Now through Tuesday only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 100.1 WKQQ. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
It's just a cold February day outside. It looks good, though. We actually have some sunshine peeking through the clouds. A couple clouds here and there, but nothing really to worry about. The rest of the afternoon, kids coming back home from school. Yeah, no real issues whatsoever, except that it's just downright cold. We'll be finishing off right there in the mid-20s. We go off into the evening. You got any dinner plans? It's just going to be chilly, so no snow to really worry about. We get into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be an issue because snow starts to appear around here around 5 to 8 a.m. Now, that's not for everybody, but that's just for some. So we just got to keep in mind, especially west of I-75, heads up early in the morning. That could cause some problems there on the roadways. And as we go through the day, watch what happens, okay? So here's 7, 8 a.m., and you can see it's starting to make its way and knock on our back door. Here's a look at 10 a.m. See, it's pretty widespread, right? And then we go off into the afternoon. Once we get rid of that, we still have some punching on in here off into your Friday afternoon and evening. So it's going to be one of those, just like the past few days, where it's pretty widespread. Most of us will see the snow, but you don't get much out of it, around an inch or less, and that's exactly what we can deal with. Anything that falls will stick and stick around a while. Temperatures are there in the teens there on Saturday. Here's 1 p.m. Saturday. It looks good, but it is cold, that is for sure. Then we track off into Sunday. Here's Sunday at noontime. Look at that, temperatures in the teens. But really, I want you to focus back toward the west. Check out this system now. This is a system we're going to be watching for the next few days, really. We're 5 days out. When we start to get confidence, I believe it'll be right around Saturday that we really have confidence in what this storm's going to do. As of right now, let's just show you which way I'm leaning. Leaning more toward the cold threat as opposed to just rain, okay? So more cold as opposed to warm, which means more snow as opposed to rain. So yeah, we're going to be leaning that way as we track toward your Sunday night off into Tuesday. That doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of snow out of that. It just means snow is a better likelihood than the rain, and you can see that coming in toward next week. Kids are out of school Monday, President's Day, but Tuesday that still is a possibility with that wraparound moisture. That's going to be an interesting system, though. Like I said, guys, right now low confidence on what's going to happen. We could still get all four precipitation types. You're talking freezing rain, sleet, snow, or rain. So it's really something to watch out for the next couple of days, but I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a headache for some people.
Question marks on Sunday night into Monday.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Well, the impact of poor physical fitness, what that could have on the brain, and also encouraging news for baby boomers.
Jamie Yukas has details in this Better Living report.
Researchers say the rate of new dementia cases may be declining, even though people are living longer. Doctors studied data from heart patients over 40 years. The research posted in the New England Journal of Medicine showed the decrease in dementia was more noticeable in highly educated people diagnosed with heart disease. By 2025, an estimated 7 million people will be living with Alzheimer's disease. British experts say new guidelines that recommend no more than 5 pints of beer a week may not decrease alcohol consumption, but could change social attitudes about drinking. They noticed an uptick in alcohol and cancer searches on Google after the new guidelines were released compared to the same time last year. And we all know that being a couch potato isn't good for your body, but new research says it may also lead to smaller brains later in life. More than 1,500 people were given treadmill tests to determine their heart rate. Doctors found people whose heart rate and blood pressure went up after exercise were more likely to develop accelerated brain aging. That's a look at some of today's medical headlines. Jamie Yukas, CBS News.
Well, do you dread going to the grocery?
Stay with us. We have some tips for making your shopping trips more efficient and healthier.
This President's Day, it's all about choices at the Burke Furniture President's Day sale. Get the special order bedroom you want in 21 days with Von Bassett Furniture.
That's incredible.
It's all at the Burke Furniture President's Day sale, going on now.
He's been turned down. Commence operation. Hey! You need a car.
I got turned down for credit.
Turned down for what?
For credit.
Sorry, earwax. Turned down for what?
Credit.
Drive time won't turn you down, regardless of credit.
Cool.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time First. Call, click, or visit.
Up to now, affording a beautiful smile has been, well, sketchy. Doctors Durbin, Walks, and Garner are offering an unheard of offer. No down payment and only $175 for 24 months on orthodontic treatment. Learn more at clearchoicesmile.com.
When someone is injured on the job, that injury can devastate a family. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and any loss of income can be a significant hardship. I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. There are questions you may have. When must I report my injury? What benefits am I entitled to? Where do I receive medical care? You can find answers at forthepeople.com. Don't wait. Your future is in your hands. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs is having a fantastic President's Day sale. Lazy Boy chairs save $400. 3 great Lazy Boy recliners at one low price. Your choice, only $392. Save 40% and take another 5% off one piece of Stickley Furniture special order. Sealy mattress, save $1,000. Sale price $487. Save an additional 25% off all Tempur-Pedic floor models. Receive a free cherry pie with your purchase from Suff's on President's Day. Look, Vito is preparing for the President's Day sale.
Hey guys, this February, give her the gift she's really gonna love. Endless prime rib, baby!
Premium weekends at Golden Corral are here, America. Live it up with prime rib, premium jumbo shrimp, and more. Dinner's just $13.99. And don't forget the classic dinner buffet every Monday through Thursday, only $11.99.
Endless prime rib, it's love at first bite.
Premium weekends only at Golden Corral, the best buffet in the USA.
It's H.H. Greg's President's Day sale. Save up to 35% off top brand appliances, Samsung, LG, Whirlpool, and more. Plus 0 interest until January 2019. And free delivery. H.H. Gregg.
Greg's got it!
This President's Day, it's all about choices at the Burke Furniture President's Day sale. Get the special order bedroom you want in 21 days with Von Bassett Furniture.
That's incredible.
It's all at the Burke Furniture President's Day sale, going on now.
Hey, it's so good to have you with us on WKYT. Grocery shopping, it's a dreaded chore for many of us, but there are some ways to make the process quick and efficient.
Caroline Dorr, an area extension agent, is here with some advice on how to make the most out of your shopping trip. Thanks for coming in. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. I guess the idea is just don't go wandering around the grocery store, right?
Exactly.
You have to pre-plan?
Yes, you want to have some thoughts put into your trip before you actually go. So a #1 tip I always give people is never go to the store hungry. I think we've all done that, and those tempting choices of junk food look a lot better when you're hungry. So always be prepared.
It does make a huge difference. Once you're at the store, though, what do you do then?
I always encourage people to shop the perimeter of the grocery store first. So first hit your produce, your fruits and vegetables, and then your other fresh foods, dairy, bread, and meats. Get those cold foods all put together so that when you get home you can get them taken out and keep them back in the refrigerator.
So if you've done those preparations, you are basically there with a store list, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always look at some store ads and check what you've got on hand before you get to the store. That way you can meal plan for the week. It might be a fun task for the kids to help you write out a meal plan for the week, and then stick to your list. Don't just wander. Try to just go down the aisles that you specifically need things so that you're not grabbing items you don't actually need.
When you're making that list for the week, does it also help you in making sure that there are some things that can carry over to the next day or things you can use a different way?
Yes, definitely looking at those things that might be on sale and thinking of different meals you could make throughout the week. And you can also freeze things if you get a large quantity to use at a later time, and it'll save you another trip to the store.
You're talking about the shop around the perimeter. Are there better values out there, better nutrition? What is it about?
Yes.
What is it about the outside of the store?
Yeah, we want to stick to those fresh foods if possible and avoid as many processed foods as we can. So when you're looking at fruits and vegetables, those that are in season are always going to be a little less expensive and probably fresher. It's a great way to support Kentucky farmers by buying that local produce. So those are great buys to look out for.
And if people need a little help, a little inspiration as they're making their game plan, you all also offer a lot of really great ideas, really great menus and recipes.
Calendar here?
Yes, we have a yearly calendar with recipes for each month, and in the back of that is a list of when all of our Kentucky produce is in season, so you can make sure you're getting some great buys. Your local extension office also has some resources for meal planning and grocery shopping as well.
All right, so check with them, and as you said, make a game plan before you just head right into the store. So good of you to come in. We appreciate it.
Yes,
very
thanks
much.
for having me.
Thank you.
And we hope you'll stay here on WKYT. Back in a moment.
Hello everyone, Amber Canoy here from MomsEveryday.com. Jim Pullins with Jimmy Nash Homes is with us today. And we've heard a lot about man caves, people putting their theaters, even golf simulators. But now we're talking about mom caves. That's a little new.
It is. It's a term that we've definitely been transitioning into a good, functional, fun space for moms. In this house specifically, it's gonna look like a cabinet that's here, that when you walk through, there's a secret area that is the mom cave. So it's an oversized pantry, craft room, whatever functional space, a mom wants to use that she can have. And, we've gotten a lot of inspiration from House and Pinterest with regards of what we can do with some of these fun spaces. And we're going to be hosting an open house February 14th, Valentine's Day, here at the Monet in the Reserve at Greenbrier, 3816 Cayman Lane. So come out and check it out.
It's President's Day weekend at Green's Toyota of Lexington, and we're offering cold hard cash to heat things up. Save up to $5,000 off MSRP on new Toyotas with our Green Saver coupon. Special APR offers available from Toyota Financial Services on 13 different Toyota models, including 0% APR on our most popular models. And get $2,000 customer cash on 13 different Toyota models. Hurry in to Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer, Green's Toyota, for President's Day weekend savings.
Great people, great cars, think Green's.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. But for years, I didn't do anything about it. Like many people, I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about the brilliant solution from Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one with beautiful matching walls. That means you don't have to rip out your old tub, so there's no demolition or ridiculous costs. And they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Plus, you get to choose everything. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Here's a before and after photo. This is a gorgeous acrylic tub that fit right over the old one. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit. When you change your tub, you change your bathroom, and that can change your life. I know because I did it. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
I'm WKYT's Rebecca Smith, and I stand for Kentucky.
Welcome back. Great to have you with us here on WKYT, and it is an explosive performance that appeals to audiences of all ages. Stomp is coming to the Lexington Opera House next week.
We're joined by Luann Franklin, the Director of Performing Arts at the Lexington Opera House. Glad to have you in.
Thank you.
This is going to be fun.
Well, I'm so excited. Stomp hasn't been in Lexington in 19 or 20 years.
Really?
And it's been that long. They've been in the area, but not in Lexington. So we have 2 performances next week, and hopefully we'll have a great audience. It's going to be such a fun production.
Well, one thing is it is very unpredictable, right?
Totally. You know, this group takes everyday common objects and makes musical instruments out of them, percussion instruments out of them. Everything from brooms to Zippo lighters to paint cans, you name it.
They can make it work.
They make it work, and it's just fun. It's full of comedy and dance and movement and percussion.
What do you think people remember the most about a performance like this after they've been there to experience it? It is an experience.
It is an experience. First of all, it's funny. And it's fun, so they've had a wonderful time. But I think it's amazement that a set of tough, hard bristle brooms can become like an orchestra on the stage. So I think it's amazement and wonder and just marvel about what they can do.
Is there some music that kind of goes along with it, or is it?
The only music is percussion and their feet, whatever they do. So it's all rhythms, and it's just one thing after another, and they keep introducing new ideas. Again, they've been around for a long time, but it's just so exciting that you know you're going to just leave, go scratch your head saying, what happened just then?
What did I just experience? When a group like this comes in, do they spend much time doing any kind of a review or doing a rehearsal, or do they just know it and feel it?
First of all, these are truly musicians and athletes, and so they do feel it, and they're very prone to improv when they come in, but these are very well rehearsed, polished routines. So they seldom need to rehearse, but again, you just never know what they're going to do
just
next.
get the feel of the Opera House.
Well, it is next Wednesday and Thursday, the 17th and 18th at the Lexington Opera House, and some tickets available
Yes, still some great tickets available. Wednesday and Thursday night, 7 p.m., so you can get in early and get home early. And again, tickets available at 233-3535, LexingtonOperaHouse.com.
All right, the number to remember. Thank you very much for coming in.
It's always good to see you. Thank you. And we want to check in with Micah right now. Interesting days ahead, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think the rest of the day is just kind of one of those days that's just cold than anything else, and that's about it. So no worries the rest of the day. But yeah, heading into tomorrow, it's going to be an interesting day. We'll start off with some. This isn't just one big mass of snow moving through. It's going to be bits and pieces. So some will start off right around 5 to about 8 a.m. with snow, some 8 a.m. to about 11 a.m. But I do expect some snow to move in during the morning hours and cause a few issues there during the morning hours and then throughout the day. Chris Bailey, he's going to be in here at 4 p.m. He's going to have you updates on when you can expect that and how much coming up at 4.
And he stopped before he got to Sunday into Monday. So.
That's right. We'll learn more about that.
Thank you for joining us for WKYT News at noon.
Have a great day.